Listen up, I'm about to drop the kind of truth you'll wish you'd known years ago. 7 habits. That's all it takes to change everything. I'm not here to sugarcoat things. I'm here to give you the raw, real truth. The truth that most people figure out way too late. These habits don't just work. They'll launch you forward faster than you ever thought possible. You want to stop being broke? You want to step into the life you were meant to lead? Start today, right now. No excuses, no waiting for the perfect moment. I built my empire from nothing, and I'm here to show you exactly how to do the same. So listen carefully, because if you master these 7 habits, your life will never be the same again. Let's go. 1, talk to strangers. Most people are terrified of talking to strangers. They avoid it. They play it safe. They stick to the familiar. But let me tell you this. Every single one of you is one conversation away from achieving your dreams. That's how powerful communication can be. It's not about who you know, it's about how well you can connect with people. It's not just about having a list of contacts or business cards stashed in your drawer. It's about building real, genuine relationships. Relationships that open doors. Relationships that transform lives. And to build relationships, you have to talk to strangers. You've heard it before, your network is your net worth. But here's the truth most people miss. Your net worth is only valuable if people want to help you. A contact who doesn't care about your success is not going to open any doors for you. An email address or a phone number on a card isn't worth a thing unless you have developed a meaningful relationship with that person. Learning to talk to strangers is not just about making small talk. It's about establishing a connection, building rapport, and figuring out how you can serve them. The key is to learn how to introduce yourself in a way that sparks interest, curiosity, and most importantly, trust. When you meet someone new, you should be able to introduce yourself in a way that makes them lean in and ask more questions. And it's not about what you say, it's about how you say it. Your introduction should be brief, clear, and should tell them exactly what value you bring to the table. For instance, when I was building my business, I didn't just say, I run a software company. No, I said, hi, my name is Your Name. I help software CEOs grow their businesses and exit successfully. It's simple, to the point, and it gives the listener a reason to engage further. The more you practice introducing yourself, the better you'll get at it. You should be practicing this every single day. Ask the person behind the counter at a coffee shop how their day is going. Ask the waiter about their favorite dish on the menu. The more you engage with people, the more comfortable you become with talking to strangers. You'll also notice something profound. Every time you put yourself out there, you grow a little bit. Every conversation is a chance to get better. Another critical aspect of learning to talk to strangers is the ability to ask the right questions. People love to talk about themselves. When you ask the right questions, you open the door to deeper, more valuable connections. It's not about talking at people, it's about making them feel heard. Ask open-ended questions that allow the other person to share more, and then listen, really listen. Show genuine interest in their responses. As you start practicing, you'll begin to see how conversations can lead to opportunities. You'll notice that the more people you meet, the more you learn and the more you grow. This might sound trivial, but the more you talk to strangers, the more doors open to you. You'll learn things you didn't know, you'll gain new insights, and you'll develop relationships that might turn into partnerships, collaborations, or even friendship. Let me tell you something else that's just as important. You can't be afraid to hear the word no. I used to get frustrated when I reached out to people and didn't get the response I wanted, but I learned a powerful lesson. I had to fight for the no's just as much as I fought for the yeses. The more no's you get, the closer you are to a yes. Don't fear rejection, embrace it. Each rejection is a stepping stone towards success. Every no is a learning opportunity. Now let's talk about this idea of getting reps. The more you practice, the better you get. I didn't build my business by waiting for the right moment. I built it by reaching out to people, by putting myself out there, and by embracing the awkwardness that comes with trying something new. You can do the same. Whether you're cold emailing potential clients, reaching out to people on LinkedIn, or simply striking up conversations with strangers at events, you need to get reps. The more you do it, the easier it becomes. The truth is, if you want to win in business, you have to be prepared for any moment. And to be prepared, you have to be able to talk to anyone, anywhere, anytime. Build the habit, make it a part of your daily life. Whether you're on the subway, at a networking event, or simply walking down the street, talk to strangers. That one conversation could be the game changer you've been waiting for. 2, manage your energy. Time management is a myth. It's not about how much time you have. It's about how well you use the energy you have. Too many people are trapped in the idea that working more hours equals more success. I used to think that too. I worked 100-hour weeks grinding away, but I wasn't getting ahead. I was burning out. I was stressed out. I was busy, but not productive. And then I realized something crucial. It's not about time. It's about energy management. Once I understood that, everything changed. First, let's get one thing straight. We all have the same 24 hours in a day, but we don't all have the same energy. Some of us are morning people, some of us are night owls. The key to success is using your energy at the right time and in the right way. You need to focus on the tasks that require your peak energy, and that means prioritizing your most important work early in the day. The first step in managing your energy is planning. You need to plan your day before it starts. Get out of your head. Don't let your brain try to keep track of every little thing. Your brain was designed to solve problems, not to hold on to a million tasks. Put everything in your calendar, every task, every meeting, every personal commitment. If it's not on your calendar, it's not happening. The next key is prioritizing. The most successful people I know attack the hardest, most important tasks first thing in the morning. They don't waste time. They tackle the things that will move the needle in their business and in their life. Why? Because they know that once those tasks are done, the rest of the day will flow. They've hit their biggest goals early, and everything else becomes easier. Now let's talk about capacity. Everyone has a limited amount of energy, and if you're not careful, you'll find yourself spreading yourself too thin. I used to try to do everything, but I learned that I have to say no to some things in order to say yes to the right things. You need to constantly evaluate your capacity. If your schedule is packed, look for areas to drop non-essential tasks. You can't afford to waste your energy on things that don't move you forward. Time management often leads to burnout because people try to cram too much into their day. They think they have to work more hours to get more done. But working longer hours without managing your energy is a surefire way to hit a wall. If you want to be successful, you need to learn to say no to things that drain your energy. Energy management also means taking care of yourself. You can't perform at a high level if you're running on empty. Make time for exercise, get enough sleep, eat well. When you treat your body like a high-performance machine, your energy will be at its peak. Finally, here's the most important point. Always plan your day the night before. I've learned that reviewing your calendar the night before is one of the most powerful habits you can build. When you look at your calendar the night before, you're setting yourself up for success. You're mentally preparing for the day ahead. You're making sure everything flows, and if something doesn't feel right, you have time to adjust. Managing your energy isn't about working harder. It's about working smarter. When you manage your energy, you get more done in less time, and your results are far greater. It's not about working longer hours. It's about making every hour count. 3, don't wait for opportunities. We all have dreams. We all have goals. But there's one thing that separates people who achieve them from those who don't. Action. Most people spend their lives waiting for the right opportunity to come along. They wait for the perfect time, the perfect moment, the perfect circumstances. But the truth is, if you wait for the right opportunity, it's likely you'll wait forever. In life, the right opportunity rarely just appears out of thin air. You have to create it. You have to go after it. Opportunities aren't just going to knock on your door. And if you sit around waiting, you'll find yourself missing out on everything you ever wanted. The people who succeed are the ones who take risks, make decisions, and create opportunities for themselves. They don't wait for a sign. They don't wait for permission. They act. This isn't to say you shouldn't be patient or strategic in your approach, but the biggest mistake people make is waiting for circumstances to be perfect. I used to be guilty of this myself. I would wait for the perfect moment to launch a product or make a big decision, but the perfect moment never came. In fact, the longer I waited, the more opportunities I lost. Opportunities Don't wait around. They come when you least expect them. And if you're not actively creating them, you might miss them altogether. Whether it's a job offer, a business idea, or a chance to collaborate with someone, opportunities are often fleeting. They can disappear as quickly as they show up. And that's why you can't afford to wait. What you can do instead is put yourself in the position where opportunities are more likely to find you. How? By showing up, by being consistent, by putting in the effort day in and day out to build your skills, your network, and your reputation. Opportunities often come to those who show they're ready, and they show up for those who put in the work. There's a huge difference between waiting for an opportunity and creating. Waiting keeps you stagnant. It keeps you stuck in a cycle of hoping and wishing for things to happen. But creating opportunities requires action, and when you act, you move closer to your goals. You don't have to wait for the perfect time. The perfect time doesn't exist. The time is now. What are you doing today to create the opportunity you want tomorrow? Many people believe they need to wait until everything aligns before they can take action, but that's not how life works. When I first started my business, I didn't have all the answers. I didn't have a roadmap. I didn't even know all the steps to take. But what I did have was a willingness to start, a willingness to learn, and a belief that I could figure it out along the way. I didn't wait for a clear path. I created one by taking action. And that's what you need to do too. You have to learn by doing. There's also a mindset shift that comes with this idea of creating opportunities instead of waiting for them. When you begin to see yourself as the creator of your own opportunities, you start thinking differently. You start realizing that you're in control. You're not at the mercy of circumstances. You are capable of making things happen. Look at people who have built successful businesses or careers. Do you think they were sitting around waiting for something to fall into their laps? No. They took risks. They made decisions. They pushed forward even when things weren't perfect. They saw opportunities in challenges and obstacles and in places where others saw nothing. The key is to take action, even if it's small action at first. Don't get caught up in overthinking every decision. Don't wait until you have everything figured out. Take the first step, then the next, and keep moving forward. There's no straight path to success, but the more you create opportunities through action, the more doors open up for you. If you wait for the perfect opportunity, you'll miss all the imperfect ones that can lead you to where you want to go. Opportunities are often hidden in challenges, setbacks, and unexpected situations. You need to be proactive about uncovering them. That means getting out of your comfort zone, taking risks, and being willing to fail, because failure, just like success, can lead you to your next opportunity. The bottom line is that waiting will get you nowhere. You have to make things happen. You have to be willing to take action and put yourself out there, even if it means facing uncertainty. No one ever achieved anything great by waiting for the stars to align. The stars only align for those who are already moving, who are already in the game. So stop waiting, start creating, and go after what you want. The sooner you start, the sooner those opportunities will begin to come to you. 4, embrace failure. Failure is often seen as the end. It's something to be feared, avoided, and shied away from. Society teaches us that failure is a sign of weakness or incompetence, something that we should hide or be ashamed of. But here's the truth. Failure is not the enemy. In fact, failure is one of the best teachers you'll ever have. You see, failure is not the end of the road. It's part of the process. It's a step towards success. If you're not failing, you're not pushing hard enough. You're not taking enough risks. You're not reaching your full potential. Think about any successful person you admire. Do you think they got there without experiencing failure? Of course not. Every successful person has failed, sometimes multiple times, and those failures are often the key to their success. I'll be the first to admit that I used to fear failure. I avoided it at all costs. I thought that if I failed, I'd be seen as a failure. I thought it meant I wasn't good enough, that I wasn't capable of achieving my goals. But I eventually learned that failure isn't about who you are, it's about what you've learned. Failure teaches you lessons that success never will. It reveals your weaknesses, shows you where you need to improve, and teaches you resilience. When you fail, you have 2 choices. You can quit or you can learn. Most people choose to quit. They let failure define them and they give up. But the people who succeed are the ones who get back up, dust themselves off, and keep going. They understand that failure is just a part of the journey. They embrace it. They use it as fuel to push forward. They know that each failure brings them one step closer to success. I've failed countless times in my life and business, and each time I learned something new. Some of the most valuable lessons I've learned came from my biggest failures. It's easy to look at success and think it was a straight line, but the reality is, success is messy. It's full of ups and downs. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is simple. It's how you handle failure. If you embrace it, learn from it, and keep moving forward, failure becomes a stepping stone to success. You need to understand that failure doesn't mean you're not good enough. It doesn't mean you don't have what it takes. It simply means that you tried something that didn't work, and now you have the opportunity to adjust, learn, and try again. Failure doesn't define your worth. It defines your effort. If you're not failing, you're not trying hard enough. You're not pushing yourself. You're not taking enough chances. The fear of failure is paralyzing. It stops people from taking risks, from trying new things, and from growing. But once you embrace failure, it loses its power over you. It becomes a tool for growth, a tool for improvement. It becomes a signal that you're on the right track. You're pushing yourself, you're growing, you're getting closer to where you want to go. So when you fail, and you will fail, don't let it define you. Don't let it stop you. Embrace it, learn from it, and keep moving forward. The road to success is full of failure, but it's also full of growth, lessons, and victories. And every failure you encounter will bring you closer to the person you need to be to achieve your dream. 5, work smarter, not harder. Many people equate success with working long hours, grinding away day after day without rest. While hard work is important, it's not always the key to success. Working smarter is about prioritizing efficiency and effectiveness over sheer effort. You can work all day long and still get nowhere if you're not working in the right direction. The most successful individuals focus on tasks that give them the highest return on investment of their time and energy. This means identifying what truly moves the needle toward your goals and cutting out distractions. Working smarter requires leveraging your strengths, delegating when possible, and using tools or systems that streamline your work. It's about being strategic, not just busy. Time is one of the most valuable resources we have, and using it wisely is one of the best ways to achieve success. Efficiency is the hallmark of those who understand that working smarter brings better results than working harder without purpose. 6, stay consistent. Consistency is often more important than intensity when it comes to long-term success. It's easy to start strong, full of excitement and motivation, but it's the ability to keep going even when things get tough or the excitement fades that separates those who succeed from those who quit. Small actions done consistently over time add up to big results. It's the habit of showing up, of putting in the work every day, even on the days when you don't feel like it, that leads to lasting change and success. Whether it's in your career, personal development, or health, consistency builds momentum, trust, and progress. The key is to create a routine, stick to it, and make it a part of your daily life. Consistency doesn't mean perfection. It means being persistent and disciplined even when the motivation isn't there. Every step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to your goals. 7, default to action. Successful people understand that taking action is the key to moving forward, even when the path ahead isn't clear. Too many people get caught up in planning, waiting for the perfect moment or the perfect information before they take their first step. But perfection doesn't exist. Waiting for everything to align perfectly only leads to procrastination. The truth is, you'll never have all the answers, but if you act now, you can figure it out along the way. By defaulting to action, you start building momentum, and momentum is what propels you forward. Each decision, no matter how small, creates progress. The fear of making mistakes or choosing the wrong path is normal, but it's important to realize that failure is part of the journey. When you take action, you learn, adapt, and improve. You'll never know what works until you try, and every misstep is a lesson. Don't wait for the perfect situation to take action. Create the situation by acting now. So now you've heard the 7 habits that will catapult you into your next level. You're equipped. You know what you need to do. But here's the kicker. Success isn't about knowing. It's about doing. You have to take action. No more waiting, no more procrastinating. From talking to strangers to feeding your mind to defaulting to action, these are the real tools that have built the lives of millionaires. The truth is, those who succeed aren't the ones who are perfect. They're the ones who keep showing up, who keep pushing, who keep doing the work. You have the power. You have the choice. Your future begins now. Remember, it's not about how long you wait. It's about how fast you act. So what are you waiting for? Go make it happen. If you found this valuable, hit that subscribe button. Keep learning, keep growing, and remember, stay relentless. This is Tony Robbins' track, and this is just the beginning. And hey, if you want to take your growth even further, join our exclusive membership community. Get access to insider content, live coaching, and more. Click the link below to become a member today and start transforming your life now. Let's build your success together.